Hey guys, it's me, Ego here. Hi. Hello. When I reviewed mask-proof lip products, I reviewed lip products that are mostly velvet, matte, or suede. But today, I brought with me some mask-proof lip products that are glossy. So let me start the review. Eglipse's Water Glaze tints come in a total of 5 colors, and I decided to do a review on them after personally trying them out and seeing their mask-proof effects. These tints have a long applicator, and since the amount of the tint that comes is a lot more than expected, I believe it would definitely necessary to adjust the amount before use. The tint has a gel-like formulation rather than a watery one. I didn't feel my lips getting dry as it got fixed, and the moist feeling seems to last for a longer time than I thought. There's a nice variety of bright colors as well as colors that are not burdensome for daily use. Since they are moist lip products, if you apply on thickly, it'll take some time for them to get fixed, but the moist feeling will last for a long time. Although they get fixed quickly when applied thinly, they didn't feel as if they were drying out over time as the water barrier developed. When wiping it off with a wet tissue, I could see that they have a strong stain. The color stain as it is rather than a pink stain, but in the case of number 2 Peach Crush, since the tint is pinkish, it had a pink stain. So I took some time to quickly introduce the Water Glaze tints. Eglipse's Water Glaze tints are said to have a clear and transparent watery luster, and to feel light without feeling sticky, they lock in moisture without the common dryness of water tints and express the original color without darkening. They're said to create a clear, transparent, watercolor glossy lips with a fantastic high moisture and light oil ratio, and with their excellent moisturizing function, they're said to suppress dead skin cells and prevent the evaporation of moisture in the lips, maintaining their moistness for a long time. Since they're unbelievably moist, I'll try various tests to see if they're really mask-proof. First, the smear test. Since they create a water barrier on the lips, I was able to see it smearing a lot more than I thought at first. Usually, I tend to test the smearing with a tissue about 3 times, but since this product forms a water barrier, I tested it by pressing it between my lips for about 5 times, and there was less smearing towards the end. Although the water barrier had disappeared, I could see that the color remained. After the tissue smear test, even if I put on a mask and pressed down onto the lips, there was hardly any smearing at all, and even after talking a lot with a mask on, I hardly saw any of my tint being removed. I could also see that the colors on the lips are still the same as when they're first applied. Since they have a strong stain, I applied these tints before I started applying my makeup, and when my makeup was done, I tend to remove the water barrier with a tissue. Personally, even if I put on my makeup like this, the tint does not really remove itself even after eating. On the left is how the tint looks immediately after applying on the tint before eating, and on the right is after eating. Before eating, since a water barrier was formed, it felt very moist, and after eating, I was able to see that only the water barrier had been removed. I imagine that the colors of these tints would be able to stay on for quite as long as it isn't oily food. So now let's take a look at a swatch of each color. Number 1, Juicy Apricot. This is said to be a calm daily apricot coral color, and it seems to give vitality. It looks natural when applied thinly, so I think it's good for daily use. Number 2, Peach Crush. It's said to be a pure and clear peach pink color, and I think it's a more pinkish red than I thought. Since it has a slightly deep feeling rather than a bright one, I recommend for those with cool tones rather than warm tones. Number 3, Apple Cider. It's said to be a bright red color that reminds me of a clear and bright red apple. I like to recommend this color to those who usually likes to use bright red lip. Number 4, Honey Black Tea. It's said to be a soft brick color with a subtle and moody feeling. Since it's a calm color with a lot of brownish tones, I think it's a color that seems to go well with autumn warm tones. Number 5, Rose Jam. It's said to be an alluring MLBB rose color, but I think it's also a slightly deep mauve color. Since it has a deeper color than I thought, I think it'd be good for daily use when applied thinly. Like this, I've introduced the moist Water Glaze tints from Eglipse. Personally, when using these products, I tend to mix 2 colors or apply on a single color twice to express plumpy lips. But since the Water Glaze tints can feel a bit unnatural when applied directly in full lip, I recommend using a cotton swab or applying on a thin layer and then applying on an additional layer. I'll show you how I use them since it might be a bit difficult to understand. I like plumpy looking lips, but I prefer gradation over full lip. First, after choosing the color, I'll remove about 70% of the tint and apply it on very thinly. I'll apply it in full lip very thinly, but as it stains quickly, I'll use the tip of the applicator or a cotton swab to blend the edges so that the lip line does not stand out too much. After that, I'll apply the tint on once more, but this time I'll be applying it only on the inside of my lips. When applied twice like this, you can create a thicker and more beautiful looking lips. And since there are people who are interested in color combinations these days, I'll briefly introduce the combinations recommended by Eclipse. For cool tones, it's recommended to use number 2 Peach Crush as a base and number 5 Rose Jam on the inside of your lips for a red-pink lip. And for those with warm tones, it's recommended to use number 1 Juicy Apricot as a base and number 4 Honey Black Tea on the inside of the lips for a bright and deep orange-brownish lip. Like this, I've introduced moisturizing mask-proof lip products. I really wanted to let you know that in addition to matte, velvet, or suede lip products, there are also moist lip products that can be mask-proof that I personally tried and happen to really like. If you have any other moisturizing mask-proof lip product that you've also used and loved, please share it with me. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!